This is something I noticed that I probably didn't give enough attention to and appreciate enough because it's subtle. Got me some socks back there, some fuzzy warm socks. I'm about to put them on. Um, it's something I didn't appreciate. Like this is like I'm telling you, like these things are so subtle that you need to pay attention to appreciate them because while I am trying to get this to where we want it, which it is where we want it just about, um, you still got to take the time to appreciate things and be grateful for things. And I want you to take a look back in your mind, man. Go back a few years ago. I don't know how else to explain it to you, but this was a completely different world. This is not the same world. And I believe the content reflects that. I believe you reflect that. I believe the external reflects that. And I want you to just realize the craziness, the heaviness that was here because this place was insanity. It was just like this huge draining heavy weight and constant like stress in the mind. It was always something and something and something and something and drama and just craziness, man. It was like so heavy that you felt, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just this is lightened up quite a bit, quite a bit. Like quite a bit is not even the correct term to use because it's lightened up dramatically. It feels like you're maneuvering with more ease. Now, still understand and appreciate that heaviness and stress and the drama is still there to an extent, but if you can just sit back and trust me and have some faith, that's going to disappear. So, appreciate it. Like, seriously, appreciate yourself, appreciate what you've accomplished, appreciate what you have terraformed this into, appreciate it. Because good things happen every day, miracles happen every day. This right here leads to this right there. And it's every step was calculated. Again, this was never a guessing game. So, I love you. And appreciate this. Pay attention. Be grateful. Understand you're in a tiny situation to where you're like, well, how could I be grateful for this? But there's things around this to be grateful for. And what comes from this is you should be extremely grateful for. You will. Trust me. Like all I want from you when this happens is a smile and thank you. And just say thank you. That's it. You know, saying I love you would be great too, but just appreciate this, pay attention, notice it. Notice the things in your like it's I'm gonna say your higher self or source or what terminology you prefer here is nudging you right now to pay attention to the magic and to pay attention to the power you possess. So and it's trying to like rock you and comfort you and let you know you're taken care of and you're loved and you're protected and you're being guided. And this is going to play out because it plays out. It plays out. Now, again, let me bring it right back to here because there's a still a little issue. I feel like it is the ego and the higher self want the same thing. It wants the exact same thing. The only issue is the ego is a little bit resistant to change and a little bit resistant to the unknown. And it has a little bit of trust issues. So we got to make amends here. Now, on this side over here, let's just leave it at that. There is reasons for that with the ego. So it's not just like you can say, oh, it's just the ego, blah, blah, blah. Because listen, if you know me, I'm not a fan of talking negative or bashing the ego. I think you're insane if you do that. So some kindness and compassion and appreciation for what transpired and what the ego went through to get to this point is incredibly important. And you have to look at it from that perspective as well to bring it to a middle ground, because you went through some traumatic stuff. You got mind fucked. You know? So, like, it is okay. Nothing is wrong. This is good. This is where we're at. This is where we need to be. Again, recommendation. Quit putting things into your body that you know is messing you up, making you tired, draining you. Stay away from people that is draining you, messing you up, causing you to get into conflict and drama. Cut the past. Make peace with it. Let it go. Stay right here. Have faith in that future. And watch these doors open up. Watch opportunities smack you in the face. Again, don't chase it. I want you to sit very still in some love. And again, I don't mean just sit here, sit still. Like, I just mean, like, be present, be still. Let the control go for now. Let it go, because it comes back. Let control go. Quit trying to control things and trust. And watch how you're about to see. You're about to see. Like, there's no point in me talking anymore. I feel like there's no point in me talking, because you saw it, you're seeing it, and you will verify everything that I have proclaimed. I'm telling you, heaven on earth, man. That's what I'm after. And in that other video, I forgot the 3 main things that's coming with that heaven on earth. Death and disease, gone. People you believe that was previously dead, deceased, back. For 1,000 years. So, I just realized I may have contradicted myself. This is something I need to pay attention to, because I said I wanted to cut time. So when I say I'm trying to cut time out completely, and then I put a number on it, like 1,000 years, then that might leave you thinking, well, if you're cutting time out, how is it? It's still going to be like days and stuff. It'll be like that, but the pressure of time will not be there. You won't be like, I hope that makes sense to you. Like, the pressure itself of time and the amplification of time will not be there, meaning that, like, time will go, but it will not go in the way you imagine it to go. There will be more time, a lot more time, but the pressure of time is gone. So, like, it's very paradoxical. Very paradoxical. I'm working on getting my terminology down, because I can't keep, because it's so paradoxical it contradicts itself at times, and then I have to go into in-depth explanations. And I'm trying to simplify this, I'm trying to simplify this to the point that, like, the Bible over here, again, I'm not talking negatively about the Bible, but that Bible is gigantic. I mean, it's huge, right? I'm talking about simplifying this to the point that we can get a Bible or a creation story or a fundamental guide for this down to a couple hundred pages. And this includes science. This does not just include, like, this religion. I am not for religion. I'm not necessarily against it, but I'm against the way it's presented. So, like, what I'm trying to do is connect all this together. Magic and science, religion and spirituality, metaphysics, psychology. And I'm trying to wrap this up in a beautiful package, put a bow on it, and sprinkle some magic and love on that, and say, hey, dude, this is it. So just imagine if you had like a 200-300 page book that went over creation, that went over the metaphysical, and my brother wants to throw some physics in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Magic, science, um, spirituality, psychology, and it gets it down to a point. Like, it hits the nail on the head. And then if further explanations need to be given, I mean, we can do that. But, like, legitimately, I believe that it can all be done within a few, 2, 3, maybe 400 pages. If that. Like, seriously, I have no clue. I have to think this through, and then, you see what I mean? But from what I've thought it through so far, this is it. Like, it does not need to be more than that. And so, like, dude, just appreciate this. This is beautiful. It's amazing. You've done amazing work. You have done amazing work. You have done amazing work. You're still doing amazing work. I love you. Realize how freaking special you are. And realize that you are a fucking legend. And you know what they say about legends. So, abracadabra, my brother. It's a game of form and the play of life. I'm you talking to you. And this is what we do. Create illusions. Have an experience. Tell stories. Snap out of it. Wake up and actually live life instead of the backwards story we were telling ourselves up here and going along with the shit show. So, the king is back. Love you. And again, I say the king is back. This is just language I'm speaking to reference to something deep within you. There doesn't need to be a king. I want a round table. The round table is what I'm after. But in reference to what I'm pointing towards, the king's back.